In this video, we're going to look at how to create a simple MySQL database for use with our demo Ruby on Rails web application that we're creating. So let's go ahead and switch into our tool. I'm using a particular GUI tool to access MySQL and create my database and tables, and you can use whatever you'd like. There's free versions that are similar to this, and you can also use the command line to do something like this. The first thing we need to do is create a database. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new database, and we're going to call it Movie Critic, and then connect to it. And once in there, we're going to go ahead and create a new table. And thinking about this application, I'm going to need probably 3 tables. The first one will need to be my movie table. So let's go ahead and create that now. So I need a couple of fields here. The first field is going to be my ID field. And in Ruby, this is one of the conventions. The primary key field should be called ID, and it should be declared as an int type, integer type. The second and the other fields are whatever data that we need to store. So we'll just call it name, and we'll leave this as a variable character type and probably give it 50 characters. And I think at this point that's plenty of stuff for our simple application. I don't really want to get too complicated here. Switch back to our ID for a second. We need to tell MySQL that's our primary key. I do that by clicking here. And the other thing that Ruby on Rails expects is that this is set to auto increment. So as you add records, MySQL takes care of incrementing this field, not your Ruby on Rails application, as in some frameworks, but MySQL, the database itself, actually takes care of auto incrementing that particular field to keep it track of your various records. So we're going to go ahead and save this, and I'm going to call it Movies. And again, this is a particular convention of how this is named. Ruby on Rails has expectations that your table names will be named plural of whatever that particular object is. In this case, it's movies. It's a movie, and you will store movies in this table. When we actually create the model for this, it'll be called movie, as in singular, because it's one object that you're going to be dealing with as a model. Let's go ahead and create another table. This will be a user table. So again, we'll start off, we'll do the ID. It's an int type. And we'll just say, let's say first name of varchar, and we'll say 30. And let's say last name varchar. Let's do email varchar 30. Let me go back and change this to 30. Go back, set our primary key here, and that should be good. And we'll save this as a critic, or critics. It's our critics table. So now we have that table, and our final table that we're going to create is our comment table. Same thing once you get used to this. Now, you should know that there is actually another way, a newer way with Ruby on Rails that you can create your tables and stuff, and it's called migration. We're not going to cover it in this video series, but it is available and there's out there, and there's lots of documentation available. And in additional resources and where to go next, I'll include more information on Rails migrations concerning databases. Back to our comment table here. So we're going to have a comment, and that's going to be a varchar, and we need to make this probably pretty lengthy, so we'll make it 5,000 characters so people can know what they want to have there, and we'll save that as comment. So for now, that's the 3 tables we need at the moment. I say for now because in later videos, we'll have to go and add some additional tables that will link together these different tables. But these are enough to get us started adding content into our MySQL Rails web application.